go back here too on crossing, making time. Sedgwick Magic never got into it. Also getting a bit of a shuffle there. We would have had Al's Girl. And the other one there, Tongariro, was back there in the last 2 or 3. Favourite gets it, Leg Road Chaser. And it will make it 3 in a row. Cranky Pants trying hard, just recently coming up to Class 5. And it will grab that second placing. Third's going to be very close. And the judge having a look at that now. The 3 goes up, so 5, 1, 3 and the 4 will be the numbers. I've run 17.54. And Leg Road Chaser, 2 Class 5 wins coming into this in the last couple, and it makes it a hat trick. Just too much box speed and putting away a fairly inexperienced Class 5 field for some. And it cashes in here. That run home was 10.70. And just awaiting the margins, 1 3/4 by 1 by a head as we get close to Mooney Valley. And yes, the Leg Road Chaser will make it 3 here. Felicia Ahern gets the Quinella with Cranky Pants and Corborn Steve. We'll get to Mooney Valley, race number 3. Our last race will be time to go here at 9:42.
Sort themselves out, will tell a big tale in this race.
The horses are loading for race number 3. Here's Terry.
And good luck, Shane, with Les Darcy. He looks a good a chance as any, and he's got a good barrier, which is important. Now here's Battle of Troy being led up. Tactical change, important one in race 5, because they're going to try and lead on Steel Trigger. And in this race, Eamon Zeal, who was vetted at the start, he's been past fit. They're going to go forward from the better rally. Now Broadway in first to move in. Riderless is Artie's Party. Broadway in first, no luck at his first up run at Ballarat. And a pretty handy maiden and got the job done last start. And Orvassa, who's had specking at a price, is about to move in. So Battle of Troy, the favourite from Les Darcy, and they've singled out in the betting. They've got away from Broadway in first, who's been very, very easy late in the betting. He looked very well going down to the gate. Here's Orvassa being led up, and we're nearly set for the 3rd. Orvassa moves forward and takes up his spot, and they're ready to run. Starters up. Battle of Troy in the black jacket for the Hawks family runs the fave. Brendan Abdallah in the saddle. They're ready to jump. Starter still holding this. Movement out wide. Orvassa moving. Now they settle. They're off. And Valentine's Reward not flash to go. Patch Gift went back after the start. Magnet flew the coop and is going forward very quickly. Battle of Troy showing very good early speed, is right up there in the early stages. And going forward is Broadway in first to be right up there in the top 3 or 4. Ramlar had to ease there. Eamon Zeal went up on the fence from Patch Gift and very wide on the track, Orvassa. Now Les Darcy has got back in the field. He's 3rd last on the fence from Valentine's Reward. And Artie's Party last of all, down by the 650. Magnet going quickly from Battle of Troy, led by a length. And a length and a quarter away is Eamon Zeal. Broadway in first to Hendy 4th. Les Darcy sneaking up on the inside of Ramlar from Patch Gift, Orvassa. Then Valentine's Reward and Artie's Party last. Magnet fully gunned on the bend. Battle of Troy a length away, trying to go with the filly. They're 2 lengths. Broadway and first, Eamon Zeal. A length and a half away to Les Darcy on the bend. Magnet kicked away. She got the better of Broadway and first, who's about to come to the outside and run on. And sticking on is Battle of Troy. Magnet sitting down. Battle of Troy, Broadway and first. Les Darcy is beating home out wide on the track. Les Darcy might beat them all. Moves up, takes the lead. Gee, might have got up. It's very tight. Nothing between Les Darcy and Battle of Troy, who's kicked again in the centre. Magnet stuck on pretty well to be in a photo 3rd. Orvassa's made big ground with Eamon Zeal and Broadway and first not far away. They were followed by Valentine's Reward. Well back is Artie's Party. And one of the last to pull in is Patch Gift. And a long last Ramlar. Les Darcy will win.
God bless him. Les Darcy's got there after, well, heart in the mouth stuff early on in the piece. We thought he'd be on speed. He was back towards the rear of the field, but he's been able to come over the top of them all like a little progressive horse that we think we've got. Number 1, Les Darcy, gets the photo there over number 2, Battle of Troy. Third in has gone to number 6, Magnet, and fourth in to number 3, which was Broadway in first.
Les Darcy gets home here, trained by the Freedmans by Darcy Brahma. Ben Mallam doing the riding. We'll confirm that one very shortly. Next to go out of the Valley at 9:45, but next to go here at Addington, the penultimate, the 9th on the card, so just 2 races to go before they continue the preparations towards the New Zealand Cup Carnival here at the Raceway. The Terry and Glenys Schmiel own a Chevron quality car. This one over the 1950 for the junior drivers. Lightning Mac from the inside has been good at the workouts and trials in recent times, and one of those in behind Lazarus and Did You Make Him Bolt. They got home in 58 and 27. You know that's good form for a race like this, and Craig Ferguson, very much in-form junior driver. Flying Heather from the 2, she can get off the gate, so she might be having a look early. 10s and 310, 11 and 370 for Kimberly Butt. Fulham Royale pretty long at 41s. The Persuader the same as Chief Kapai, was an upset place getter last week. Ashton K at 480. Little Rascal was an enormous performance behind Webb Ellis, charging home. Just not too sure where he's going to posse up from there. Craig Smith doing the driving for Robert Dunn. Matt Anderson has the steer behind Easy Rider, who's racing very well for David and Catherine Butt, including that last start win here at the Raceway over Benicio, who won again last week, so that form's well and truly been franked. And then further down, chasing shadows from the outside, Stunning Dude inside back row draw. I know Mark Mack's pretty keen on his chances tonight and has Stevie Golding doing the steering. And we know his talents amongst the junior drivers. It's double figure odds. We get to McArdle Star. Now, you look at form lines and you think, last start performance in a Group 1, that was the Derby behind Have Faith in Me. Ran 5th, yes it was beaten 6 lengths, but they went a 57 mile rate over the 2600 metres. Punches through off the back row. Workouts have been solid without being startling. Was unplaced at Methven, but that was an okay run, and then was second to Tintinara, home in 55.8, 26.9 at Ashburton on the 21st, beaten just over a length. He's a lovely horse. Look, he's clearly going to derive plenty out of this run tonight, but on a straight-out quality alone, you've got to have him in amongst your top 4. And fair dinkum Bromac, of course, about Kaikoura as well. Hot speed, he can run on and gives Laura Mackay a steer. And good luck to her for the first time here at Addington Raceway. I settled on the 1 from the barrier draw. The Little Rascal, a massive chance. Ashton Kay's done nothing wrong in 4 starts to date. A couple of those here at Addington. Beaten in both of them, but the second last time behind Scarlet Banner is a terrific form line. As we get Les Darcy's result there from the 3rd at Melbourne, 4:31.50, 1:40 and 5:20, 1:26 and 3, $4 Cornella, 174.60 a trifecta, 641.10 the first 4. Billy Jack, the last of the book. Tom Baggery, he was a winner at the far lap 2 back, but he's outside back row 1950. He'd need probably to get some luck from there. Mr McNamara, your thoughts around our junior drivers over the 1950? They'll be humming here.
That's why I went Stunning Dude, Greg. I just hope things fall into place for him. He's going to get the beautiful run behind Lightning Mac, who, if she can get off the gate okay and hold a forward position, best I'm hoping he might be 3 back the inside, and Stevie Golding can weave some magic, and Terry McDonald, Eddie Griffin and Paul Court can have some recompense after Cable Beach finished down the track in the first race. I think $10 and $2.50 is attractive about it, so the 10 on top. Got the 6 in for second, Ashton K. Has to be. $5.80 and $2.60, never finished worse than second in 4 starts. 7 Little Rascal to run third. Craig Smith looking for his first winning drive. Matt Anderson's got the pink cap on Easy Rider. We'll just note that. Tom Baggery wears the white cap on 14, Billy Jack. And 2 Flying Heather. Too good for San Lasou at Rangiora last time, and they got him in 57.2. And Kim Butt with the drive for Phil Burrows in this upcoming race. So 10, 6, 7, 2. Kim's in a good mood tonight. Smile down there at the start. Relaxed on a horse that is currently on the 6th line of betting, and some chance of winning the race too. But junior drivers, even field. It'll come down to how indeed they do run the race. Come up shortly for the 9th. This is over the 1950.
We've got about 8 seconds to
And they'll come up in just a moment. Little Rascal, $4 and $1.70. And a Chasing Shadow's about to come up. Getting set now, Easy Rider. Little Rascal comes forward. Chief Kapai and the Persuader. Flying Heather, Lightning Mac. Back row, Stun and Dude. Oneida Onyx, McArdle Star, Fairdinkum Bromac and Billy Jack. Mobile heading up the side. Race number 9 of 10 tonight. Chevron Quality Cars Race Night. They're about 250 metres from getting underway. Pink cap here, Matt Anderson on Easy Rider. Tom Baggery, a white cap on Billy Jack. Jessica Young, a black cap on number 4, the Persuader, and Rory McIlrick, a red and white quartered cap on Chief Kapai, both members of the Ian Latimer Barn. Let up here. Juniors ready to rumble for the night. Racing. Lightning Mac off the inside, went away fast. Speed coming out of the 6 gate from Ashton Kay. Little Rascal going up 3 wide from Flying Heather, and then Chief Kapai and the Persuader. Next is Oneida Onyx from Fulham Royale, and a length and a half then to McArdle Star. Racing around that pacer is Billy Jack, and then came Easy Rider, Fairdinkum Bromac and Chasing Shadows. Stun and Dude's gone for a gallop at the mile midfield, and Lightning Mac leads the way. Little Rascal works 3 wide to second. Ashton Kay now trails the speed. Chief Kapai has 1-1. 3 back along the inside, Flying Heather, and then came the Persuader. Stun and Dude has recovered, races 4 back the inside. Around it is Oneida Onyx, and a length and a half to Billy Jack, McArdle Star. No Luck Fulham Royale posted 3 wide around Fairdinkum Bromac, and the speed's pretty generous. Chasing Shadows getting through on the inside, and Easy Rider is last. Lead time was 23 seconds, and Lightning Mac and Craig Ferguson lead by a head. Second, Little Rascal up outside the leader in the first quarter in 30.1. Ashton Kay trails third, and Chief Kapai has 1-1. 3 back the inside, Flying Heather, and a length away next is the Persuader. 3 wide McArdle Star from Stun and Dude. 3 wide and 1 back is Billy Jack, and next in the running line is Oneida Onyx. Easy Rider gets moving 3 wide from Chasing Shadows, Fairdinkum Bromac, and dropping away is Fulham Royale. Along the back they travel, and Lightning Mac leads by a neck over Little Rascal. Ashton Kay third, the trail 3 wide is McArdle Star. Chief Kapai fifth, the middle, and 3 wide and 1 back Billy Jack. Flying Heather 3 deep on the pegs, and next is the Persuader from Oneida Onyx, Stun and Dude, and then Fairdinkum Bromac, and also Easy Rider, and last of all is Chasing Shadows. Second quarter, 31-3, 61-4 for the half, and Lightning Mac leads ahead, Little Rascal. 3 wide McArdle Star. Ashton Kay is just sweating on the Terror to Love at Pineleaf Farm passing lane from Flying Heather. Third quarter in 28.7. Lightning Mac leads. Inside run now for Ashton Kay. Out wide a Little Rascal. Wider again McArdle Star. 4 chances. Ashton Kay zip through. Leads half a length Little Rascal and McArdle Star. It's Ashton Kay though. And Ashton Kay half a length on Little Rascal. And third McArdle Star. Lightning Mac ran fourth. Fairdinkum Bromac was flying home from the Persuader, and then came Flying Heather. Next in Chief Kapai and Easy Rider, and next to go by is Chasing Shadows from Oneida Onyx, Billy Jack. Stun and Dude went for another scramble at the last turn, and Fulham Royale after a tough run the last one in. 6 Ashton Kay, Matt Purvis, he's driving really well at the moment, Matt, and pays 5.70 and 2.20. Last quarter 28.9, 1.59 for the last mile, and beats Little Rascal. Horse number 7 at 1.60. And McArdle Star, who was 3 wide without cover from the 1,000 at $1.90. Lightning Mac, who led up, will run fourth. They ran it along at good speed. Ashton Kay off the arm fast. There was a heap of room to duck into trail, and he summed that race up perfectly. Greg followed Lightning Mac. Craig Ferguson never going to hand up, and Ashton Kay gets to the 100-metre mark, and as soon as he pulled those earplugs, Matt, that was the winning of the race, 100 metres out, and continues a pretty classy record next to its name.
Yeah, and of course Mum Spicy won the Sale Series final here, and this one by Grin from Ear to Ear, trained by Steve Telfer and Chris Garlick at their Papakura base. Matt Purvis won 3 for the season, and that's 10 for Steve and Chris, and good record here at Addington Raceway now too. Judges call to confirm. Little Rascal very good in second, and a massive performance first up from McArdle Star.
7 Little Rascal. In third, 12 McArdle Star. Fourth has gone to 1 Lightning Mac. From 4 The Persuader and 2 Flying Heather. 6, 7, 12, 1, 4, 2. The margin's a neck, half a neck, 1 1/4 lengths, 1 3/4 lengths. Winner's time was 2:22, a mile rate of 1:57.2. The last 857.2, last 428.7.
Matt Purvis gets the money in the junior drivers race number 9 at Addington tonight aboard Ashton Cato, and by the Telfer Garlic team. I believe Robert Dunn doing a bit of work with him at the moment. Beats Little Rascal and McArdle Star into third. Race number 7 here at Alexandra Park, the Waddies Pick of the Crop Handicap Trot. It is for the trotters. Over the 2,700 metres, hot favourite here is It's Oscar, who's been in great form since coming north. The Tony Hurley team, they've had a pretty good night at the office. This trotter at the 3 starts up here. 2 wins in a good placing last week after being a little bit slow away. He's off the back mark of 10 metres tonight. And he's a very good winning chance with 3 off the front. The remainder off 10. He's not going to be too far away. From when he does step, and he steps away quickly, he tends to get into his gate very fast, and he likes to go forward in his races. It's Oscar. Last week, he just bobbled away and cost himself probably 5 or 6 lengths, and that was the winning difference between winning and where he finished third behind Makarewa Jake. It's Oscar by Sundon. Tony Hurley takes the drive tonight. Race number 2 tonight, though, was something very special here at Alexandra Park. It was the Connie Truen 102nd birthday mobile pace, and that lady on screen at the moment was 102 years of age today, Connie Truen. I caught up with her earlier in the night. Lovely woman. This is what she had to say. 2, 1. Connie, lovely to have you on track tonight. Was it something special to have your race named after you for your 102nd birthday?
Well, it was a surprise. I didn't expect it, so it was a surprise, and it's a lovely surprise, may I say.
Now, you've been in the races for a long time. Understand that you've had an account since about 1955, so you've followed the horses for an awful long time. Are you a regular race goer to the track, not in your later years, but in your earlier years?
Oh, yes, used to come here to Alexandra Park every time they were on. My husband and I, but of course he's gone, and it's not the same. Somebody to go with and enjoy the same things, and we did.
Understand that you have a little bit of a family background. Your son or a son-in-law is involved with horses?
Yes, down the South Island, Ashburton.
We've got Melbourne Cup and New Zealand Cup coming on, and I understand also you're a huge All Black fan. Now, Sunday morning, the All Blacks play. Will you be up at 5 o'clock in the morning to watch them?
Yes, I will. I've watched them all along in the early hours of the morning. Scotland, and I'm dying to see them beat Australia.
Tell me, just quickly, they tell me you're a Crusaders fan. Now, you're Auckland now. Why the Crusaders?
Well, because I come from Canterbury.
Well, it's lovely to have you on track tonight. I hope you enjoy your race meeting here, and I hope that you can back a winner, and I hope that someone tips you one later in the program.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Anyway, I'm a good judge.
I tell you what, she's sharp as a tack for 102 years of age, Connie Truen, and she was very, very funny to me earlier in the night. I said to her, listen, what's the secret of your longevity? She said, I always try something once. She's not afraid to give something a go, and gee, I tell you what, at 102, she said, I had a half a glass of wine before I did the interview just to calm me down, and lovely, lovely woman. Started her, I think, her racing, or her betting in around about 1940 and opened an account in 1955 with a TAB, so she's been in the game an awful long time. She's enjoying a night at Alexandra Park. Someone did tip her a winner later in the program, and so might see her again for 103rd birthday next year. Let's hope. Race number 7 tonight for the Trotters. A minute and a half away. Aaron White, as we come to you, mate, I won't make 102, but that lady there, she's as sharp as a tack, and what a great sense of humour.
Yeah, great, isn't it? Absolutely wonderful. And yes, when she rings through to place her bets at the TAB, Craig, she must just put in about 4 numbers, I'd say, because most of them are 6 these days. Back in the day, yeah, she'd probably be a count 1, 2, 3, 4.
Actually, Aaron, I'll tell you a funny story, because before she came to camera, she said, now, you're that young fella that tips those horses on the TV. I said, yeah, I am. She said, gee, you look different. What have you done? I said, well, I've lost a bit of weight. She said, that's what it is. She said, you could be my toy boy now. I thought, there you go. At 102 years of age, I don't know if that was a half of the glass of wine that was earlier in the night, but she's a lovely, lovely woman. And I tell you what, she had a big group with her, and she's still enjoying a night at the park at the moment. I'm not sure she's here for the last, but yeah, she backed the winner, and she's had a great night.
I wondered what that was she was slipping in your pocket. Obviously a phone number to call later tonight, Craig, eh?
Yeah, well, maybe, mate. I tell you what, but lovely, lovely woman. What's your tip in race number 7?
Great stuff. Yes, it's Oscar for me. I think the 2,700 metres will suit him. Gets a little bit more time to settle in his run here. The Sundon 6-year-old, he's been pretty good since coming north. Tony Hurley gunning for 3 on the program. Il Parada finished the race off powerfully last time when runner-up. 3 Brookside Colt, Jack McKinnon, and 4 Tourbillon back in form here too. 9, 1, 3 and 4 to open the final treble on the program tonight.
Thanks, Aaron. Thanks to James from the Racing Desk. He's passed on the bets for a race at number 7 tonight, and a big one coming through. $30,000 on It's Oscar. Runner number 9, $30,000 a win at $1.85. Biggest bet tonight that's come through to us anyway. Big bet on runner number 9. It's Oscar. In the last race, 4,000 on American Flyby, no good, and 3,000 on Leanne's Boy, the race before. 9,000 on Shandale and the big 3-year-old event. That was a winning bet. Shandale taking out race number 4. Favourite at $1.80, $1.30 on the tote, $1.65 on the book. With that big bet, Aaron, $30,000 on the back marker.
It's good luck to that punter around the nation on It's Oscar, and 811.34 live going into the second half of pick 6. Right, the Square Gators face up for the Watties Pick of the Crop handicap trot, 2,700 metres. It's Oscar, 180, 130 to run the favourite. Barrier Strands release. They're underway. Brookside Colts gallop, and it's Oscar. He shied at that. He galloped for 3 or 4 strides. He's back down and trotting though. He only lost 3 lengths in that gallop, the race favourite. Thanks Shane first out over Tourbillon and Jomo. Il Parada safely on the journey. Lockie Brogden's up to 5th as they work the showgrounds turn first occasion. Then Power Speed, It's Oscar. And It's Oscar has put Brookside Colt behind him by a couple of lengths as they come to the lane. Thanks Shane and Philip Butcher, a length and a half over Tourbillon. Lockie Brogden pressing on the outside here for Nicky Chilcott. They're followed then by Jomo, 4 lengths Il Parada. Then came Power Speed, It's Oscar. And Brookside Colt the last as they work down to the judge with 2 to go. Lockie Brogden continues to work over. Thanks Shane wants the lead and will find it onto the stables corner. Tourbillon and Peter Ferguson in 3rd. They're followed by Jomo. Il Parada now left park. Does have the opportunity to go to the markers, did Ross Painter, but he will continue to come forward with Il Parada. Power Speeds 1-1 on its back. Then It's Oscar. And Brookside Colt the last, and Jack McKinnon into the back in the Watties Pick of the Crop trot. And Lockie Brogden now has the front. Il Parada moves up to its wheel the outside. Thanks Shane now trailing. Power Speed, the Wizard Todd Mitchell 1-1 with Tourbillon 3 back on the marker line. They're followed by It's Oscar, lead time 128.3. And the last pair against the markers Jomo, John Robinson, and to its outside Brookside Colt. 1,400 metres left to go as they sweep across the showgrounds turn. Lockie Brogden ears pricked. Leads by a length Il Parada. Thanks Shane in the trail, and in the 1-1 is Power Speed with Tourbillon 3 back on the inside. It's Oscar after that early skip after shying at Brookside Colt. He's relaxed nicely for the Iceman. He's back 3rd last around Jomo, and Brookside Colt's got the back of It's Oscar 30.2 the opening quarter. Watties Pick of the Crop trot down to the judge and a circuit to go. Lockie Brogden onto the stables corner final time. Over Il Parada Sitting Park. Thanks Shane's had a nice run in the trail after giving up the lead after the first 900 metres to Lockie Brogden. Power Speed in the 1-1. Back on the inside, Tourbillon. It's Oscar only 5 lengths off the lead as they trot out to the 800 metres. Joe Moe and Brookside Colt, the last pair, 31 and 9. The second quarter. Lockie Brogden into the back over Il Parada. Thanks Shane still with that nice trailing run as to Power Speed. Back on the inside, Tourbillon locked away, 3 back on the markers, 600 to go. Hurley, he looks to come now with its Oscar. He's still waiting for a move ahead from Power Speed. Further back, Brookside Colt and Joe Moe. Off the back, Lockie Brogden, Il Parada. Power Speed 1-1. Thanks Shane just losing the leaders back for a stride, 30 and 5 the third quarter. Now it's Oscar's been asked to come into the race out wide, then Tourbillon, Brookside Colt and Joe Moe homeward bound. Lockie Brogden, Il Parada. At them now is Power Speed, and here's it's Oscar drawn to the outside. Tourbillon up the passing lane. Power Speed, but it's Oscar comes strongly. Il Parada, Joe Moe's running on. It's Oscar powers away the last 75. This has been another very good win. 4 starts in the north, 3 wins and a very good third. And he wins again. It's Oscar over Tourbillon, Power Speed, Il Parada, Joe Moe, Brookside Colt, Lockie Brogden, thanks Shane, 332.1. We'll trim it up a wee bit with that 10 metre handicap. 30.9, 61.4 was the last 800 metres. Wattie's pick of the crop handicap trot. Lovely win by It's Oscar, and that's career win 5 at start 15. The
Official placings, race 7, the Wattie's pick of the crop handicap trot. 946-153. 946-153. Horse 9, It's Oscar, trotted the 2,700 metres from a stand in a net time of 3:31.2. It's a mile rate of 25.9. Last 861.5, the 430.9. The margin's 2 lengths, a half length, a half length. 946-153, race 7, Wattie's pick of the crop, handicap trot.
It's Oscar back at the head of the field. The Sundon Pleasant Whiz, 6-year-old Bay Gelding, secures his 5th victory at start 15. Tony Hurley, the trainer-driver out of Papakura. That's Tony's 3rd driving success on the program here tonight. His 2nd training success. And Tony, the Woodland stud and Mitavite sponsored rangeman, back at the head of the field. David Poles and John Perrott down there, part of the victory celebrations with steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, Pat Gubb. Owners DJ Simpson, Ms. K.E. Smale and W.D. O'Connell, congratulations to you. He's doing a great job since his move to the north. And a Sundon 6-year-old bred by Mrs. C.P. Negus and Mrs. N. O'Connell. For Tourbillon, Dream Vacation, Sunlamp, 7-year-old Bay Gelding for 2nd, B.Y. Lim the owner, Richard Brosnan trained at Ardmore, and Peter Ferguson, and 6 Power Speed, Sundon Speed and Luck, 7-year-old Bay Gelding, Ms. A. Pidwell the owner, Dave Ironmonger trained at Cambridge, and Todd Mitchell. It's Oscar returns, $1.60, $1.40, $1.60, $1.40. For Tourbillon at $1.70, $1.70, and 6 Power Speed, $2.40, $2.40. Quinella $4.10, 4.10. Trifecta 41 even, 41. First four $106, 106. 4 and 9 in the double, $4.50, 4.50. 4-4 concessions, $6.90, 6.90. Pick 6, 319.82 live, 319.82.
Bounces back to winning form, 6.97 at sectional time, and all in Berlin out there in box 8 gets his win number 12. Getting close to Moonee Valley here, so the numbers 8, 5, 3 and 1 here at Hattrick. Back in action here on Tuesday. I'll catch you at Palmerston North on Monday. On behalf of the team, Tony Upper and the team here on course at Hattrick, hope the weekend goes well. Go the All Blacks. Good luck to George Simon, and Moonee Valley race 4 getting very close.
So Master Zephyr for OTI from France. He's been racing in the UK. He's $2.90. He's out to $3 on track. Ginger Boy is rock solid in the betting, and Purple Smile likewise. And that's all one-way traffic with those runners. Refectory, the best of the rest. Here's Up the Creek, a $12 chance moving in. And they're off. Jumped in a fair line bar Refectory. He stood there at the start, missed it. Up the creek going back as he normally does. Lannister and Master Zephyr showing good speed. He's going to lead early. Coming across Purple Smile, and Ginger Boy's gone up and made a line of 4, 1 from the fence. So Ginger Boy wants the front now from Master Zephyr, Lannister and Purple Smile working overtime. 2 lengths away Unlawful, a Refectory next, then Gossip Guru, 3 lengths back in the field, Tiger Tough. Up the creek, and Victorious is now last of all. Down the straight the first time. Purple Smile 3 wide, looking to get outside of Ginger Boy, and Harry puts on the brakes on the leader. Master Zephyr eases, but he's very keen now. He's fired up the French galloper. On the fence, Lannister, 2 lengths Refectory, who's pulling steel very hard on the rail, and outside of it Unlawful. And further back in the field then, as they go out of the straight, Gossip Guru from Up the Creek. Tiger Tough is second last, and Victorious 2 way at the tail of the field. Ginger Boy in front. He put the brakes on and he veered out at that bend. He over-raced and he veered out onto Purple Smile. Lannister had a bo peep of going up on his inside, but the rider thought second thoughts about it and went back on the fence. Master Zephyr still pulling himself silly at the moment on the outside. Refectory on the fence, and then came Unlawful, 2 lengths to Gossip Guru. They were followed by Up the Creek. Well back is Tiger Tough, and 2 lengths away at the tail of the field is Victorious. So Ginger Boy didn't take that bend down on the bottom bend too well. He got around that top bend better. Led a length and a half on Purple Smile, and Lannister's had a cosy run on the fence. 2 lengths away Master Zephyr. He still looks to be a bit chewy on the steel. Refectory also has pulled hard on the fence. Unlawful centre field as Tiger Tough pulls out as they go down the back and head to the 1,000. Further back on the fence is Up the Creek. He's a mile off the speed, and 2 lengths away last of all is Victorious, and he's at least 7 or 8 lengths away from the leader. As they come down by the 800 metres mark, Ginger Boy, the big chestnut, in charge. Purple Smile a length and a half away. Lannister on the fence. Master Zephyr is about to come out 3 deep because Unlawful has come out 4 wide and is moving forward. 2 lengths Refectory, Tiger Tough. Then Gossip Guru Up the Creek sneaking home on the fence with something to give, and 2 or 3 lengths to Victorious. They're starting to jam up. Ginger Boy before the bend, 450 out in front of Purple Smile. Master Zephyr getting everything thrown at him, coming on. Unlawful wide out. Lannister waits on a run. Up the Creek had to come around heels and make ground. Ginger Boy slipped them on the bend. He's a length and a half in front. Master Zephyr hasn't given up the ghost. Up the Creek is starting to run on powerfully. Ginger Boy at the 100 in front. Master Zephyr 3/4 away. Up the Creek is steaming home, but Ginger Boy repels the challenge. He's in front of Up the Creek, who's lunging. Ginger Boy wins from Up the Creek. Master Zephyr third, then Refectory. They were followed by Unlawful, Purple Smile. Behind those, Lannister, Victorious, Gossip Guru and Tiger Tough at the tail.
That was just a great ride by Harry Coffey, going forward here on Ginger Boy for Darren Weir and taking the race by the scruff of the neck and winning well. Number 1, Ginger Boy. Too good for Up the Creek, who's finished the race off strongly for Patrick Payne and also Michael D. And third's gone to the imported galloper Master Zephyr. Numbers 1, 6 and 3. Clint, in a tactical race, Harry Coffey was outstanding.
He was. He dictated. It actually looked like he almost hit the rail there with about 150 to run, but had enough momentum up his sleeve.
Top weights in a row, and the one, Ginger Boy, does take out the 4th there from the Valley. We'll confirm that shortly. Race 5 there at 10:15, but the final event here at Addington Raceway tonight, the last race before we settle in here for the Cup Carnival, of course, a week on Tuesday. Before that, we've got to get to Kaikoura. Plenty of harness action still to come to boot down south. The Riverton meeting, of course, and another day for the Manawa 2. But to the last, and if you played the final quaddie here at Addington tonight, thus far on your ticket you've needed Maverick the 12 Heard the Whisper, and the 6 Ashton K. Short way home in the quaddie, about $720 odd with Magoogan. 738 Extreme Guest, and about $1,100 with Bugsy Malone. This one, standing start. It is the Crandell-Getty, owns a Chevron quality car and completes the program here at Addington tonight. 3.5 minutes out from a start. Magoogan's trialled well. Was a winner at Methven earlier in the month, and did finish second the end of last month at the trials behind Living Glory. Now, Living Glory won at Methven, was subsequently relegated behind Golden Desire, but that trial at Ashburton, they got home in 56.6, 27.7, all in Berlin, taking out the final event at the Wanganui Greyhounds, 11.60, 290, 190 and 280. Cheap Shot Matty and Blue and Curly, 853. Your numbers there, and multiples 26.20 and 425, 855 respectively in the double, and 612.50, 558 treble. So Magoogan, very hard to beat, I thought. One, Bugsy Malone, he's got the ability to win a race at least. Stepping from the inside, he's not the smoothest gated horse, he's by changeover, but if he did happen to step away, he could win this. I don't think there's any doubt about that at all. 1.634 there, Melbourne. Ginger Boy taking it out. 5.10, 180, 3.10, 140, 34.80 the Quinella, 2.34 the trifecta, 9.67, 70 the first 4, and all of the ones, 3 in a row there, $74.90. Others with a chance. Hannah Extreme was good here last week, and behind Mackenzie. Of course, Necktie was second in that race and has been placed earlier tonight, so the form around her is pretty good. Michael House doing the training, as we get a good look there at Bugsy Malone. So from the turf at Steps, did have that standing start here at the start of the month and got well back in behind Hall of Fame, which was the last race that night from memory. Windfall's not the worst. Tom and Peter Baggery combined. Last start 6th here behind Cable Beach when they sprinted home in 56 and change. And that's the field, the 9 going to the post for the final event here tonight. I mark them 6, 1, 9 and 2. You could make a case for Trixie Bromick, Hannah Extreme and Windfall if you're playing the first 4s to boot. Up to Mr McNamara, off to Awapuni tomorrow, and 1 to go here at Addington tonight, Mark.
There is Greg, and with McGugan too. On the trial and workout form, Ricky May for Greg and Nina Hope, not seen since running 7th at Mocha Carrara behind Miami Heat in January. Bugsy Malone keeps going out short every time it goes around. Although having said that, it wasn't overly short last time when finishing 3rd behind Regency Franco, beaten about half a length at Rangiora. Been favourite at least once or twice before then, 460 and 160, so it's obviously showing enough at the trials and workouts and pleasing enough at home for punters and supporters of Bugsy Malone to continue to go with it. Henna Extreme had a lovely run in the trail here last Friday night. She was good enough to hold on to 3rd. This is a drop in grade for her, if anything, even though it's the same sort of graded race, a maiden as far as the class of that race, and this one goes, she's better suited here. And 9 Extreme Guest, Dexter Factor again, 3rd behind Golden Desire, beaten 3.5 on the grass at Methven last time. 2nd behind Pay Me Direct 2 starts ago in the hands of the injured Sam Otley on that night. So 6, 1, 2 and 9 for race number 10. Just a note to trainers, Rangiora racing on Thursday. Those noms have been held open until Monday morning at 12. Monday afternoon will be 12 o'clock, and Tuesday at 1. Nominations for both Cup and Show Day will close. So Monday and Tuesday, very important. Extended noms, Rangiora, and Tuesday, the big ones. The Cup Day and Show Day nominations both close at 1 o'clock. Final race, Crandell Getty owns a Chevron quality car pace. 2,600 metre stand to wind up the night. McGugan 320 the favourite. Bugsy Malone turns in. Henna Extreme swings on around. Trixie Bromack, Windfall, Misjudged for McGugan. Omaha and Pretend, and Extreme Guest. Still Manawa 2, Riverton, and Kaikoura to come by Monday. Off in the last, and first to go Trixie Bromack. Bugsy Malone away pretty awkwardly off the inside. Will wind up in the last 2 or 3, but everybody is pacing. Trixie Bromack leads them down towards the winning post with 2 rounds to go. Henna Extreme's running 2nd and 2.5 to Windfall 3rd. Extreme Guest worked forward to 4th, and Bugsy Malone zooming right up along the pylons to race 3 back at the moment. Windfall half thought about dropping in. I think Bugsy Malone just about beat it to the spot it did. Miss Judgeford has 3 behind her. They are Omaha, also Pretend and McGugan. Trixie Bromack, 1.5 lengths on Windfall, who's going to go up and have a bit of a bid for the lead here. Trixie Bromack kicked up. Windfall's a neck away. Henna Extreme's 1.5 lengths away 3rd, and they are trucking along these maidens. 2 lengths to Bugsy Malone inside of Extreme Guest. Another 2 to Miss Judgeford, 2 to Homer IL, about 4 lengths to McGugan, and 1.5 lengths to Pretend, who's last. Trixie Bromack, Windfall is still continuing to work. Trixie Bromack, Henna Extreme in the trail 3rd, and 2.5 lengths away 4th, Bugsy Malone. Ahead 5th on the outside is Extreme Guest, and 2 to Miss Judgeford, 2 to Omaha IL. 4 lengths McGugan, and 2 lengths to Pretend, who's last. Trixie Bromack leads. Windfall, after all, that's gone for a gallop outside the leader. Henna Extreme comes away from the inside as Windfall has eased to the centre of the track. And Bugsy Malone's now 3 back the inside as Henna Extreme went to the lead. Extreme Guest 4th, and 1.5 lengths misjudged from McGugan. And then Pretend, Omaha, and Windfall's now last. Lead time was in 1 minute and 20 seconds, and for the maideners, that's pretty quick going. Certainly the bit from the 800 to the 400 on the first lap was very fast. Henna Extreme leads a length over Extreme Guest. 3rd, the leaders back, Trixie Bromack, and Miss Judgeford's now 1-1. 3 back the inside, Bugsy Malone from McGugan around Pretend, and Omaha and Windfall are the last 2. First quarter 32, 9.50 to run. And Henna Extreme and Jimmy Curtin by 2. Running 2nd is Trixie Bromack, and Extreme Guest just a bit keen outside the leader now when they did back the tempo off. Miss Judgeford 4th. Bugsy Malone 5th on the inside from McGugan around Pretend, Omaha, and Windfall whips them in. They've got 700 metres to go, and Henna Extreme leads by a length on Extreme Guest. Trixie Bromack's under pressure in the trail. Miss Judgeford went to 3rd and continues to follow Extreme Guest. McGugan 5th has done no work, unlike a few around her. Bugsy Malone's getting held up by the tiring Trixie Bromack from Pretend, and then came O'Mahale and Windfall. Second quarter 32, 63.6 for the half, and Henna Extreme. Half a length on Extreme Guest. Miss Judgeford dropped to the trail. McGugan fourth and 7 lengths to Bugsy Malone. The leader is Henna Extreme, a neck on Extreme Guest. Miss Judgeford waits on the terror to love at Pine Leaf Farm passing lane. McGugan comes up at them now 3 and 4 wide. Third quarter 30.3. Extreme Guest hit the lead. McGugan's half a length away from Miss Judgeford. Extreme Guest still in front. McGugan slowly getting there, but the post is coming. McGugan goes to Extreme Guest now, and McGugan won the last. Beat Extreme Guest and Miss Judgeford. Henna Extreme fourth. A gap off Pretend, Bugsy Malone, and then Windfall, O'Mahale and Trixie Bromack. McGugan number 6. Ricky May 290 and 110. 9 Extreme Guest 160 and 5 Miss Judgeford's going to pay $15.40 for the place. Ricky May and Greg and Nina Hope, he just sat back while Windfall and Trixie Bromack went at it down the back the first time. Extreme Guest has got a good race, racing parked after that. 29 won the last quarter, 2-3 the last mile. Thanks to Al for all of the clocking tonight. Miss Judgeford into third. It was just a matter of which one was going to win the last out of the 4 turning for home, because they cleared away from the 400 and McGugan wins, and raced by G. O'Connor. Unfortunately, Gregory, you don't pick up the $3,850 because it's not you.
No, exactly. But congratulations to G. O'Connor doing the business here with McGugan. It's actually been unlucky not to have got a start in the last couple of weeks, the way it's been trialling. But tonight gets in, does the business here by Santana Blue Chip. McGugan takes out the last. That's win 10 for the season for Greg and Nina. Hope out of their Woodend Beach base. Ricky May goes to a dozen on the premiership. And McGugan owned and bred by G.R. O'Connor. Win 1, start number 6. Good in second, wasn't it? The 9 Extreme Guest, Dexter Dunn for Mark Smolenski. Miss Judgeford turning around some of her form. Jared O'Reilly for Marty Larder ahead of Hannah Extreme. As we get the judges' call to confirm the last.
Car pace. The winner is 6 McGugan, second 9 Extreme Guest, and third 5 Miss Judgeford. Fourth has gone to 2 Hannah Extreme, from 8 Pretend and 1 Bugsy Malone. 6, 9, 5, 2, 8, 1. The margins are short neck, 5 1/4 lengths, half a length, 14 lengths. The winner's time was 3:19.8, a mile rate of 2:03.6. The last 859 seconds, last 428.9, and good night from the judges' box.
And thank you to the marks, McNamara and Gallagher. That completes the action here at Addington Raceway, and the colours to the 4 in the last, Greg and Nina Hope and Ricky May. Next time we'll be here, it'll be Premier Harness Racing. It will be the Christchurch Casino New Zealand Trotting Cup Day. Of course, we have the Cup Trials next Wednesday, but in terms of a race meeting, we'll be back right about 12:05. Will be race number 1 on Cup Day, Tuesday the 10th of November. That's it here from Addington Raceway. On behalf of Jake Marks and all of the crew that have brought you all of the action, bid you all a very good evening. Got to head to Alexandra Park, where my colleague Craig Thompson is standing by. And of course, Craig, you'll be alongside us here at Addington Raceway in around about 10 days' time.
Absolutely, Greg. On one of the contenders from the north heading towards Addington over Cup Week. Todd Mitchell, just got up with him a few minutes ago regarding Prime Power, and over the moon with his run tonight, Greg. Went 3:25.5 for that 2,700 metres post to post. Wasn't far outside Iconduzit's record on track, so he said absolutely thrilled with the way he's come through the run, and he's on his way south. So Prime Power off that 50-metre handicap when they paced or trotted 3:27 off the front. Very hard for him. He's got a great race running into 4th. Leanne's Boy also. Zach Butcher very happy with the way he went tonight, running into 3rd. Possibility head towards the Dominion at least, or a lesser graded race on the day. So 2 of the Northerners very happy with the way they performed in the main trot tonight. Race number 8 is for the junior drivers. Favourite here, Majestic John. 210 on the book, 270 on the tote. Second favourite, Crockett's Cullen. 280 on the book, 360 on the tote. Earlier in the night, I caught up with Brett Mangos regarding Crockett's Cullen. This is what he had to say. Mango, I did want to talk about Crockett's Cullen. We haven't seen him for a while. He was back at the workouts a fortnight ago. You must have been happy with what you saw.
Good. Well, you know, we've gelded him since his last campaign, and I think it's helped him. He does get a bit aggressive, you know, he used to last time, you know, just in stages of his races. But look, he seems well. He trialled really good last week. A slow run trial, but a nice half. He seems well, and he's quite capable of winning this race if everything goes to plan. You know, Josh Dickey's horse is there, which I think the same boat. But he has drawn a bit handier than me. But he can stay a bit, this horse. So, I think he's good each way chance.
Michael Blakemore takes the drive tonight. I understand Michael's doing a bit of work with you at the moment. Has he had a drive and work with him?
Yeah, Michael's had a couple of drives. He started working for us a couple of weeks ago. So Michael's had 2 or 3 drives on him. And, he as I say, he doesn't seem to be as aggressive this time in as he was last time, the horse. So, shouldn't be too much of a handful to drive, I don't think. And
Mate, you got a good book of drives tonight. All the best, and let's hope you get a couple home.
Yeah, thank you, well.
Yeah, Brent Mangos with his thoughts on the stable runner Crockett's Cullen tonight. Michael Blakemore joined the team or the stable in the last couple of weeks. He was doing a bit of work with Ray Green there for a while, and he drives the son of Christian Cullen, workout winner a fortnight ago, and a good chance in race number 8 tonight. I put him on top in front of 3 Majestic John, who worked well last Saturday as well. Ben Butcher for John and Josh Dickey. We caught up with Josh earlier in the night and said the horse is working nicely, got a good draw, and expect a big run from him tonight. He is your favourite. 2:10, of course, in the Brecon Bloodstock colours tonight. Good luck to the team. John Dickey's got a part ownership in this one as well with Majestic John. 10 to beat 3 with a scratching of Wimbalari. Put in Saucy Rebel for 3rd. Kyle Marshall driving really well at the moment, Kyle, in this one. Won a nice race at the park last week. Had to sit parked out in a very quickly run last half, and he wasn't far away at the line. Prior to that, he'd run 3rd at Alexandra Park behind Culinary Delight. Good form there. Probably his only disappointing run was the run at Cambridge when he was beaten into 4th after getting a lovely trip in the 1-1. Rod McKenzie, very good trainer. Kyle Marshall aboard, got a nice draw. 10 on top to beat 3 and 2 for me. Aaron's with 7 on top, or 7's a late scratch. He's 10-3-2 as well with the scratching of Wimbalari. He's got Crockett's Cullen on top of his selections as well. Aaron, as I come to you for race number 8 tonight for the junior drivers, Crockett's Cullen, Mango said he's been gelded. He's a lot more sensible. With that workout under his belt last week, he won't be far away here.
Yeah, put together a very nice record last campaign, Crockett's Cullen, here at Alexandra Park. He galloped on, I think, every occasion down at Cambridge. He's won 2 of 9, so yeah, the Christian Cullen gelding. Michael Blakemore for Brent Mangos after what was a pretty good workout win. As Mango said, no time in the race, but the way he won the workout was very good. 3 Majestic John, Ben Butcher from a nice draw. 2 Saucy Rebel. He is certainly saving his best here for Alexandra Park as Saucy Rebel. He's well in the mix for Kyle Marshall. And the 4, Ideal Quest, not the worst, a nice winner down at Cambridge 3 starts ago, Joe Mocker. A couple of milestones last night, of course, Craig. Trent Letherby, one of the hard-working junior drivers up here in the north now, picked up his first winning drive at Manawatu last night, so congratulations to Trent. A nice story there at hrnz.co.nz about that first victory last night. And of course, Dylan Ferguson, he celebrated his birthday with us last night at Manawatu, turned 19. He thought he'd get away with it tonight, so for those that weren't tuned in last night, happy 19th birthday to Dylan Ferguson.
Yeah, that's right. Aaron, of course, birthday last night. Another driver that was trying to drive his first win tonight at Eddington, Craig Smith, just came up about a length short. Ashton Kay beat him. He was aboard Little Rascal, but Craig will pick up his first one, I'm sure, very shortly. He works for Robert Dunn, and Little Rascal win a very cheeky race, running 2nd at Eddington tonight behind Ashton Kay.
To run the favourite, 361.40 Crockett's Cullen, 6.10 and $1.60 Saucy Rebel. Double figures the remaining runners, so look and listen at $10, $11 Ideal Quest. Thank you, Craig. The runners in behind the mobile gate for the first Flex Cables Mobile Pace Race 8 on the card out of Alexandra Park. 2 1/4 laps under the ribbon of light as they swing into the lane. Just about there. Starter Frank Phelan activates the green light. The junior driver's underway in the first flex cables. Ideal Quest off the arm nicely. Saucy Rebel musters good speed, as to Soul Man off the inside. So it's very competitive in the first 200 metres, and driving through from the second line, Look and Listen. They're followed then by Majestic John. He'll be eased back to fifth as they work the stables corner. A couple of lengths off him then was Crockett's Cullen. Back on the inside, Celtic Warrior. And the stablemates are second last and last. Atomic Falcon, Nicole Vitasova. So pacing into the back straight, and Ideal Quest did find the top. But here's Look and Listen. Dylan Ferguson, a night after his 19th birthday, about to drive on to the lead as they get down to the 1600 metre lead time in 41.3. Third and three back now, Saucy Rebel. They're followed by Soul Man. That has the favourite Majestic John now out park for Ben Butcher. Crockett's Cullen. Michael Blakemore 1-1 back on the inside. Celtic Warrior. Atomic Falcon. He's back second last. Nicole Vitasova and Fergus Schumacher the last. 1300 to go as they work the showgrounds turn and about to work into the lane. Where our leader is Look and Listen, a length and a half. Over Ideal Quest, Joe Mocker in the trail. Sitting out park, Majestic John, 32-1 was the opening quarter. Three back on the inside, Saucy Rebel and Kyle Marshall. Crockett's Cullen, 1-1. Soul Man, Andrew Drake, four back against the pegs. They're followed by Atomic Falcon, Sean Grayling racing on the outside of Celtic Warrior, Jack McKinnon. And still Nicole Vitus over the last and a good 10 lengths off the lead. Look and Listen, 900 to go. On the stables corner over Ideal Quest. Majestic John doing it tough around Saucy Rebel. Crockett's Cullen, a lovely 1-1 seat. Back on the inside, Soul Man, then Atomic Falcon around Celtic Warrior and Nicole Vitus over 31-8 the second quarter. Look and Listen through the back. A length and a half over Ideal Quest. Up on the outside, Majestic John, then Saucy Rebel tucked away. Three back on the inside. Now Majestic John just starting to weaken in the park position here, the favourite. So Saucy Rebel gets away from the markers, punches them out three. Soul Man the inside. Crockett's Cullen now clears the favourite. He's gone. Back on the inside, Celtic Warrior. Then came Atomic Falcon. Nicole Vitus over. Back straight quarter, 29.5. This has been a good drive thus far by Dylan. Can he keep it going? As he comes to the corner, Look and Listen by two, Ideal Quest. Out and running after this leader now is Saucy Rebel. Crockett's Cullen down the outside. Look and Listen a length over Saucy Rebel. Crockett's Cullen really starts to extend hard now. Look and Listen, Saucy Rebel, Crockett's Cullen. Saucy Rebel drives it. Look and Listen, Crockett's Cullen will get the last lunge. Saucy Rebel. Saucy Rebel's back in winning business. Very tight second and third. Between Look and Listen and Crockett's Cullen, Celtic Warrior flashing home with Atomic Falcon for fourth. They were followed then by Ideal Quest and Soul Man. Back in the field was Nicole Vitasova. And the favourite's been pulled up here. The tyres off the wheel. That's why the favourite was losing ground down the back on his offside wheel. So he was pulled up on the journey. Saucy Rebel. Kyle Marshall to get the victory. Crockett's Cullen will get second in front of Look and Listen. And Atomic Falcon will be the fourth one over in the first flex cables mobile pace. 243.9, 29.1 was the final quarter, and 58.6 will be the last 800 metres. Nice win here. Good to have him back in the winner's circle too. He's a nice talent by Badlands Hanover, Saucy Rebel.
Official placings race 8, the first flex cables mobile pace. 2:10.9, 6:11.4. 2:10.9, 6:11.4. Horse 2, Saucy Rebel, paced the 2200 metres in 2:43.95. It's a mile rate of 1:59.9. Last 858.6, the 429.1. The margins are half head, a half neck, 2 1/4 lengths. 2:10.9, 6:11.4, race 8, First Flex Cables, mobile pace.
Judge Graham McLennan calls Saucy Rebel home. Win 2 at start 6. Raced by L.H. Smith along with Ms. T.A. Knighton, along with Miss N.M.R. Mackenzie and Miss T.D. Mackenzie. Rod Mackenzie trained at Tui Karamea. Kyle Marshall gets the job done on the Badlands Hanover Chauveau Star 5-year-old bay gelding, bred by co-owner L.H. Smith along with the estate of Ms. L.F. Stratford. Nice win, Saucy Rebel in the First Flex Cables mobile pace. Jimmy Teague and the team from First Flex with us here tonight. Roger Barnes, race night steward down there, part of the victory celebrations also. 10 Crockett's Cullen, nice fresh up effort by him tonight. The Christian Cullen Bay 4-year-old gelding out of Let It Be, raced by G.R. Banks, Mrs. K.F. Deere, T.A. Deere. E and Mrs. J. Meechin, A.S. Gain and W.L. Oliver. Brent Mangos trained at Pookie, Michael Blakemore. 9 Look and Listen for third. Better's Delight, Tizza Cullen, 4-year-old bay mare. J.H. Mullins, J.C.T. Cutler, J.W.E. Durning, J.A. Harley. P.C. Wells, R. Sprott, M.R. Mullins, J.R. Mullins, the owners. Wendy Ferguson, the trainer at Cambridge. And Dylan Ferguson did the driving. 2 Saucy Rebel at $6.80 and $1.40, $6.80 and $1.40. 10 Crockett's Cullen, $1.60, $1.60 and 9 Look and Listen, $2.20, $2.20. Quinella, $12.50, $12.50. Trifecta, $98.70, $98.70. First four, $776.30, $776.30. Right, we still await for a Pick 6 update. We'll give that to you once the horses come out onto the track for the last to pack and save. Sylvia Park handicap trot over the 2,200 metres. We race in 20 minutes.
The tote parcel 650 into 5 and 480 on the TAB. 640 Keep Not a Day. They're going to go back from that alley. They could end up last or second last if they go back. No chance of getting in going forward, so they're going to hope for the speed on and get a run through the ruck. Now the last to move in
Harry Coffey goes away.
Is Keep Not a Day.
Coming up, riders, get your gear, be ready, please.
Moves up, he looked in great order, the chestnut, as he went down to the gates. And they're ready for the 55-second challenge for Jeep. They stand, go there racing, and they jumped in a fair line. Fast out of the gate is Glow Stick, going out quickly Appalachian Annie and also Big Reel, and Parcels burrowing through, making a line of 4 a length away. Ticket to Turak, Shaft wide, Steel Trigger going up the grey, the centre. Keep Not a Day getting well back with Beauty Cash and Devil's Melody last. The 3-year-old filly, Parcel in front of Glow Stick, Big Reel 3 out in third. Steel Trigger going up the grey on the fence. Ticket to Turak, Appalachian Annie in traffic. Shaft's well back and wide, trying to make up ground from Beauty Cash, Devil's Melody, and second. Keep Not a Day 2 lengths away last. Parcel on the bend, the front runner under pressure. Glow Stick, Ticket to Turak looking for a run. Coming around them is Appalachian Annie, but Parcel turns the bend first. A length and a half Glow Stick, Appalachian Annie running on. Then came Ticket to Turak. Beauty Cash getting going wide out. Appalachian Annie raced up and hit the lead. Keep Not a Day from the back is running on, but Appalachian Annie burst clear from Glow Stick. Appalachian Annie beats Glow Stick. Steel Trigger got third from either Devil's Melody, wide out Beauty Cash, Keep Not a Day, and back to the inside Ticket to Turak. Parcel folded up from Big Reel, and Shaft in a very competitive race at the tail.
Oh, she's got there Appalachian Annie. Big effort to come from off the speed today. Number 9, $4.20 fixed, $4 and $1.80. Second has gone to 2 Glow Stick, $4.50. Third in 4 Steel Trigger, $2.20. They've run 55.79. So they're about, I think, they're outside of the best of the season thus far that we've had from the 4 races. But Appalachian Annie getting the job done there. And she was solid in the betting there, $4.60 in fact. She got into 4s, touching $4.20 at the jump, Clint.
Yeah, 55.79 was the race time, but given a nice ride once again. There was a bit of a mad scramble early, wasn't there? And it probably just suited a horse that could stalk the speed, and Appalachian Annie has done the job quite nicely here. There was a bit of a hard luck story in behind as well. I thought Ticket to Turak was travelling very kindly and had to be checked out of it with about 100 to go, but can't take too much away from the winner. It was a solid performance and really a nicely timed run. You can see in the lime green colours just back to the fence there a couple of times in the straight. The horse that led up, which of course was Parcel, just seemed to come in a little bit on that horse in the bright yellow colours, but a commanding performance, nice effort, and a well-timed run, as I mentioned. Also making some ground from back in the field was the horse that the change of tactics with Keep Not a Day, but all honours in the 9.55 to Appalachian Annie.
Numbers here 9, 2, 4, 10 and 12. Vincent Milady's here. Good to see him with a big smile on his face, because he's got a lot of time for this mare and she's delivered.
No, it was good. Joy rode it really well. I said to him, look, if just ride her where she's happy, she'll tow you forward somewhere, and if she's not leading, they're just going too hard. So that's how it ended up. Obviously, they were going too hard and she finished over the top, so it was good.
I know you've always had a big opinion of this mare. You've had a lot of time for her, but she's only so lightly raced. Has she been a straightforward horse to train?
No, looks very temperamental. We just had to pull up stumps last prep because she was a lunatic going to the barriers at Flemington. We just thought we'd cook her head, so we tipped her out and just did a lot of dressage work and that with her, took her to the beach, and she's still a bit of a handful going the barriers, but she's a lot better now, so we've just had to be patient with her, and hopefully she can go on a little bit.
What are the plans ahead for her now that she's back to winning ways?
Well, it just looks like Moonee Valley will suit, so I guess we'll just base her races around Moonee Valley. Places like Flemington, no, I don't think that's her go. I just think these tight little tracks where she can, scoot around the corners. So,
memory serves me correct, she launched her career about this time. When was it, last year, and landed a nice plunge for Yarra Valley?
Yeah, I actually tipped it to you the day before at a luncheon, so but you forgot, I think.
I did, at $26. Well done, Vincent.
Oh, thanks, Shane.
Vincent Milady with Appalachian Annie taking the prize here for Jai McNeil. $4 and $1.80 is the totes there. Glow Stick, good effort at the big price there for Jake Bayless, $4.50. And Steel Trigger ran a race there for Jackie Berryman. Was quite solid late in the piece at $2.20. Some good divvies through the exotics. And 55.79 is the time that Annie has been able to scoot home in for Jai McNeil. Well done, Jai.
Thanks, Shane. Jumped away pretty well, but there was a lot of speed on tonight, and we had to take the seat in behind them, and she won really well.
Yeah, she certainly got a lot of ability, but what we saw today was probably a whole new tick to her CV, being able to finish the race off really strongly.
Yeah, exactly right, and she still did a few things wrong, like in the straight she wanted to lay in a little bit, so if she straightens up, I think there'll be a couple more in the books for her.
Well done.
Thanks very much.
Jai McNeil winning the 5th race here, Appalachian Annie for Vincent Milady at 55.79, and we'll take a break here on racing.com.
Rugby World Cup final, and we are here, and the All Blacks are there against the Wallabies. We couldn't have scripted this better, Richard Turner.
Absolutely not. No, we're here. We've got a chance to win this one, Staffy, and it's been a whole world of speculation, anticipation about this. But it's pretty simple for me. It's really simple, actually. We play well. We play well. We win. We don't play well. We might not win.
You know what I've liked this week? We might not win. You know what I've liked is all the interviews, all the press conferences we've seen. David Pocock, black eyes, broken nose. Ben Smith, scabs. Richie McCaw, cuts. It's like they've been at war for 7 weeks, which they have. One more battle. Who does it mean more to?
Oh, look, given that I think we're going to see 5 of the legends of our game, of this All Black team, go out. I just can't see them finishing on a downer. So a ton of motivation there, but throw that in. Obviously, there's, so many things that they can achieve out of this. First team to go back-to-back. Richie McCaw, first skipper to lead to 2 World Cup victories. And, again, go back to the fact that the 5 legends of our All Black environment, this will be the last time we ever see them in an All Black jersey. I just think throw that all into the tin, and there's just too much there for the Wallabies.
Rugby is the game they play in heaven, they say. So if there is a heaven, we win. Hallelujah. All Blacks to win the Rugby World Cup. They're warm favourites, rightly so. Plenty of options for you to get involved in for this final. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the final and an All Black victory.
Stand by for a start. They're set. Racing in the cup. The great man, Makybe jumped away well. Grazing looked a touch slow. Ipopper began well. So did Strasbourg. The merger. Lachlan River away quickly near the inside. Portland Singer away fast down on the inside. Kempski going over their heels, and so is Like a Falcon. Makybe going to the second half of the field, but has already got over about 2 or 3 away from the rails at the very least. Franklin's Gardens wide out, and Bazell with Mr. Celebrity. They're all going forward as they come past the 400 the first time. He's got Makybe 1 off the rails. And Portland Singer has the lead early in the cup. Not going all that fast, led from Beulah deep around Strasbourg. Mr. Celebrity's out 4 wide. And Bazella's up about 5 wide. Lachlan River in behind them, followed by Ipopper, who's well placed down to the judge. Franklin's Gardens is around the Japanese runner. 1.5 further back then, Envoy on the inside of Demerger, and Gray's in with distinction 4 deep as they leave the straight. Back behind these horses then is Hugs Dancer, who's outside railings, and then came Vinnie Rowe as they leave the straight from Kinjal. Then Makybe who's on the rails now. Great piece of riding by Bossy as they leave the straight to the 2000. Honours Earned next, followed then by Rise On, 1.5 length to Excellent. Vouvray. Behind them is Dizel. Second last then Like a Falcon. And Kempski last of all. About 1900 left to go in the cup now. And the leader is now Mr. Celebrity's gone around the field to take up the running by about 1.5 lengths. Bazell is second, Beulah is third. 1.5 lengths further back then came Portland Singer, being followed by Lachlan River. Ipopper is next with Strasbourg over on his inside. Franklin's Gardens is out 3 wide. 1 further back is Envoy, Demerger the centre, and Gray's in is travelling wide past the 1600. Next is Kinjal on the inside with distinction deep around the outside, railings in the middle. 1.5 lengths further back, Makybe back there in company at the 1400. With her is Vinnie Rowe and Hugs Dancer on the outside. 1/2 length away then on the outside of Makybe came Dizel from Honours Earned. Like a Falcon starting to make a little bit of ground on the outside of Rise On. And then Excellent Kempski and Vouvray last of all. About 1,100 left to go. Mr. Celebrity is the leader by a length to Portland Singer second. 1 Beulah. Ipopper a handy fourth. The outside a length Bazell. Being followed at the 1,000-metre mark then by Lachlan River and Strasbourg together. Next, Gray's in, starting to make some ground from Envoy, and further back is Diverger, 2 lengths distinction. They're trailed then by Railings and Kinjal, Vinnie Rowe. Makybe still well back on the inside as they come to the turn, followed by Dizel, Rise On, Hugs Dancer, Vouvray, Excellent, and Kempski towards the end. Like a Falcon coming around them, and Franklin's Gardens has dropped out. 500 left to go, coming around the home turn now. Portland Singer got to the lead from Mr. Celebrity. Ipopper's running on, and then Strasbourg. Back behind those horses now as they come down the straight was Vinnie Rowe, and back behind them here's Makybe Diva. A nation roars for a hero. She's starting to wind up. 300 left to go now. Makybe Diva's racing up. Envoy's trying to go with her. They've got to Portland Singer and Lachlan River. Here comes Like a Falcon and Excellent, but Makybe Diva clear with 100 metres to go. Excellent runs to second. Onazern runs on, but a champion becomes a legend. Makybe Diva has won it from either Onazern, Excellent, Like a Falcon is close up, and just behind those horses then was Lachlan River, Portland Singer, and further back in the field is Kinjal, Rizon, Dizelle. Behind them is Demerger and Envoy. Eye Popper, followed further back then by Vinnie Rowe, Railings, Vouvray, Strasbourg, Kamsky, and then Mr. Celebrity and Bazelle. And behind them is Umbula and also Distinction with Gray's End.
The 2005 Melbourne Cup taken out by the Wondermere Makybe Diva. Of course, Excellent running third for the Moroni team. Great mare she was, Makybe Diva. Who will win this Tuesday's Melbourne Cup? Make sure you stay tuned. Trackside Tuesday. Bring you all the action in from Flemington. Of course, tomorrow, the first day of the carnival, Derby Day. Of course, fantastic day of racing. You've got the McKinnon Stakes there. You've got the, of course, the Derby itself. The Amy Derby worth $1.5 million. That'll be at 10 to 6 tomorrow night. A hot favourite, Tarzino, trained by Mick Price. Craig Newell will take the ride tomorrow afternoon. I think he's into $2.30 on the fixed odds at the moment, the son of Tavistock out of a Zabil mare. And he was super at the Valley last start, getting home from a long way back, 2,500 metres. If he settles, he'll be the one to beat tomorrow afternoon. Let's get the result from Moonee Valley. Runner number 9, Appalachian Annie. J. McNeil, $4.180 beats 2 Glow Stick, $4.50, and 4 Steel Trigger, $2.20. The Quinella, 2 and 9, $39.50. Trifecta, 9, 2 and 4, $437. First four's not struck at the Valley. 9, 2, 4 and 10, $969 carried forward to race number 6. The double, 1 and 9, $19.10, and the concession, 1 and 2. $26.20. It's the result of meeting 17, race number 5 at Moonee Valley. So Emirates Day, of course, 4 days of the carnival, Melbourne Cup itself on Tuesday, Derby Day tomorrow, and of course Oaks Day on Thursday. So big week in Melbourne starting tomorrow. First race in Melbourne tomorrow on meeting code 12 in the afternoon, the first kicking off at just after 1:45. Hearing through from the racing desk in the last here at Alexandra Park. Still a few big investments coming through. $3,000 on La Maitre D at $4.80. That's a pretty handy bet in the last on the Josh Dickey driven La Maitre D. We caught up with him earlier in the night. Said, hey, the mare trots all the way. She does things right in a very open field. One of many chances. And when you look at the fixed odds, we've got 5 horses under 550. 5 of the 8 under 550 on the fixed odds. 340 for 1. Mr. Natural. Runner number 8, Gintares at the $4 mark. 7, La Maitre D. Shortens in with that big bet. Runner number 5, Brookby Prince. He's at $5 and $5.50 for Need the Dough. So a very open field. The last, if you're live in the pick 6 and the quaddies, I'll give you the Will Pays in the pick 6 and the quaddies. Favourite way in the pick 6 is with runner number 1, Mr. Natural, $2,770, $40,000 for 2. Dr. Livingston, Need the Dough, $3,021, $35,000 for Dark Ops. Brookby Prince, $3,400, $8,400 for Gail Ludlow. La Maitre D, $3,710, and with Gintares, pick 6 tonight will pay $2,600. In the quaddie, favourite way in the quaddie is with number 1, Mr. Natural, $195. Other runners that are short, Need the Dough, $287, Brookby Prince, $387, $300 La Maitre D, and $148. The last horse in the book, Gintares. How do we line them up in what is a very even trot? If you're down and out and trying to get out in the last, It's about a $6 shot here in Brookby Prince. I know you're going to look at the form and say, well, he was pretty ordinary last start, but there was a reason for that performance. He threw a shoe after about 400 metres of the race, and he trotted pretty ordinary afterwards, just never on a level playing field, this horse. And I just put the line through that run. He trotted up nicely prior to that, and I thought he could win the last. Race 9, horse 5, Brookby Prince. He's the winner of 2 races. 4 of these. Haven't won a race off the front. He's won a couple, Brookby Prince, and I thought he's the one to beat, along with Gintares, who's been racing in far stronger field. Richard Brosnan trains and drives. 6-year-old by great success, of course, owned by, I think, Richard's wife, along with Johnny Magnus. I'm sure Johnny will be watching in the last. Of course, from Magnus Benroe, big supporters of racing, not just harness racing, but racing in general. Johnny, a great supporter. He's always got a horse or two, pacing and trotters. Of course, very successful owner, Johnny Magnus, and puts a lot into the racing game. And Gintares, be nice if he goes a big race in the last. Those two, outside them, there's a lot of money on runner number 1, Mr. Natural, formerly trained in the South Island by Murray Edmonds, now with Todd McFarlane. They look at him going through the parade ring. Looks well. First time right-handed would be my concern, but on looks alone, you definitely have him in the mix. Gee, paraded well. Number 1, Mr. Natural, he was placed 3rd at Rangiora last start behind Walking in Memphis. 380 at the moment. He is your favourite. And into my top 4, made a spot for runner number 3, Need the Dough. 2 times up since a brief spell, placed both occasions. Bruce Lloyd trains. Jack McKinnon does a lot of work with the horse, and he's certainly in the mix as well. For me, it's 5, 8, 1 and 3. 5, 8, 1 and 3. Aaron's 8, 3, 7 and 5. In the last tonight at Alexandra Park. Just quickly, tomorrow, workouts and trials at Franklin. Interesting runners there tomorrow. Having a look through the heats. Gee, there's some nice horses coming back from spells. We've got Ideal Bell going around there tomorrow afternoon. Also going around there tomorrow, horses like Huey Green and a couple of other ones that caught my eye as well. So if you're in the Franklin region, get along there. I think they've got 60-odd runners at the trials there tomorrow at Franklin, and some nice horses. Heat number 6, Ideal Bell and Besotted go round, and in heat number 8, Democrat Party, Huey Green. The Franklin workouts tomorrow afternoon. Aaron White has come to you for the final time here at the park. Enjoyed the night here. Some very big performances here. We've seen Shandell cement his spot as one of the leading contenders for the Sire Stakes with a super win over Motown. And I thought an up-and-coming mare that really impressed me tonight, winning the trot in very quick time, was Dead Cat Bounce.
Yeah, she was, wasn't she, for Tony Hurley? He run of the night, though, had to be prime power, didn't it? 325.5 off that 50-metre back mark tonight, so that was a good effort. Second up this campaign as well. He had to chase hard for his 4th placing tonight. Shandale, can he overcome those left-handed queries we've got on him? We'll find out on Cup Day at Addington. It was a good win tonight, and good luck to those Northern Raiders heading down, and of course Kaikoura on Monday with the Prince of Palmy in the Kaikoura Cup there with Takawa. The Pack and Save Sylvia Park to wrap up the night. 8 Gintares, I'll give him another chance here. The great success Gelding. Over 3 Need the Dough. The 2 runs back this campaign have been encouraging. La Maitre D, Joshua Dickey's had a pretty good association with this mare, so he gets back on tonight. We'll put that in the mix. And 5 Brookby Prince Sean Grayling. 8, 3, 7 and 5.
Thanks, Aaron. Plenty of racing on in the north, of course, with Palmerston North. The second day on Sunday, you'll be down there on a 7-race program. First kicking off at the Manawatu Raceway at 12:37 for their second day. 7-race program down there. And, of course, the Riverton Harness Racing Club meeting. Don't forget Riverton. They race at Invercargill Sunday afternoon as well. Pick 6 available there. They're first kicking off at 12:22. Their feature.
Cops, so we're set and ready. And they're underway in the last. The Pack and Save Sylvia Park Handicap Trot. And they've all come down and trotting in the early stages. Need the Dough to be the early leader here. Jack McKinnon to go off and sky away by 4 lengths. Dark Ops is coming across for Fergie. Will look to trail as they head on to the stables corner. They're followed then by Mr. Natural making his northern debut, and he's made a safe beginning and negotiated the first turn well as well. Dr. Livingston doing everything right in the early part tonight. He's 4th. Cruising up to his outside was La Maitre D. On her back is Gin Gintara's, Brookby Prince second last, and the last is Gail Ludlow. So into the back straight they go. And in front is Need the Dough over Dark Ops. Mr. Natural third. La Maitre D's up to fourth as Galloping Dr. Livingston on the inside. Gintara's got past that. Back in the field, Brookby Prince, and another one making its northern debut, Gail Ludlow, and Dr. Livingston now galloping out of contention. 50.7 the lead time as they sweep across the showgrounds turn. The last occasion, in the last race tonight, the Pack and Save Sylvia Park. And in front here, and coming on to the turn is Need the Dough over Mr. Natural, who's come away from the marker line to sit out parked, and Dark Ops in the trail. 1-1 now, La Maitre D. Gail Ludlow's taken up the leeway on the pegs to be 3 back on the inside of Gintari's, and they're followed by Brookby Prince and a margin away Dr. Livingston. 31-9 the opening quarter of the last mile. Judge Bellin 1 to go. Mr. Natural, the son of Quite Easy, trying to wrestle the lead off Need the Dough, who doesn't want to hand it up, doesn't want to hand up the markers, so comes through to lead again. Need the Dough, Stables Corner final time, then Dark Ops. La Maitre D beautifully spotted 1-1. Gail Ludlow the inside of Gintara's, and Brookby Prince the last of the winning chances. 30.3 the second quarter. Need the Dough into the back. Over Mr. Natural, a length away to its outside, and Dark Ops has enjoyed the nice run in the trail. La Maitre D 1-1, then Gail Ludlow all dressed up, nowhere to go, 3 back on the inside. Gintara is 6 lengths off the leaders. They trot to the end of the back straight, and Brookby Prince is to its inside. Off the back they come. Showgrounds turn the final time here, and it is Need the Dough still in front over Mr. Natural. Here come the runs. La Maitre D and Gintara's, Dark Ops waiting for the passing lane, Gail Ludlow, and they're followed then by Brookby Prince. They around the turn in the last, and it's Need the Dough, Mr. Natural. Here's La Maitre D. Gintara's drawn to the outside. Dark Ops passing lane. Gail Ludlow's run up into a pocket, hitting the front. La Maitre D. Gintara's come strongly. Late Brookby Prince. La Maitre D. Gintara's diving the outside. La Maitre D. Gintara's. La Maitre D's worried him out of it. La Maitre D a half ahead. Gintara's. Brookby Prince up for third, then Need the Dough, Gail Ludlow, Dark Ops, Mr. Natural, and Dr. Livingston. 254.2. We'll trim it up with that 10 metre handicap. 30 seconds the final quarter. 61.1 was the last 800 metres. La Maitre D, Joshua Dickey ends the night with a winning double. Gintara's every opportunity off the mare's back. She's worried him out of it. He went up to win at the 75. She's found a very, very good kick to his inside. And La Maitre D just over Gintara's. And then Brookby Prince in for third in front of Need the Dough to...
Official placings, race 9, the Pack and Save Sylvia Park Handicap Trot. 785-361. 785-361. Horse 7, La Maitre D, trotted the 2200 metres from a stand in the handicap in 251.7. That's a net time of 251.7. Mile rate of 25.7. Last 861.1, the 430. The margins are nose, 2 1/4 lengths, 3/4 of a length. 785-361, race 9, Pack and Save, Sylvia Park, Handicap Trot.
Judge Graham McLennan makes it all official in the last. La Maitre D, raced by Brett Marshall and Ted Edwards. Frank Cooney and Tate Hopkins, now the trainers out of Taupaki. Joshua Dickey gets a winning double under the ribbon of light tonight here at Alexandra Park on the Love You 7-year-old bay mare. At a perfect Darndon, was bred by GM and Ted Edwards. La Maitre D win 2 at start 36 this evening. Nice win it was too. albeit narrowly, over Gintaras. The great success, 6-year-old Bay Gelding at a lovely amber, raced by Mrs. J.L. Brosnan and R.J. Magnus. Richard Brosnan, the trainer-driver at Ardmore. And 5 Brookby Prince, Monarchy, 7-year-old Bay Gelding at a Brookby Star. Ellie Mayer along with Mrs. R.A. Haddock and Mrs. A.T. Mayer. Amanda Kitty trained at Pukekohe, Sean Grayling. Craig and Catherine McEwen down there, part of the victory celebrations with La Maitre D. Paul Lowther, a steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, was also in attendance. 7 La Maitre D, 570 and 170, 570, 178. Gintaris, $1.50, 150, and 5 Brookby Prince, $1.80, 180. Quinella, $7.30, 730. Trifecta, 135, 135. First 4, $325.50, 325 and 50. 2 and 7 in the double, $20.60, 20.60. 2 and 8 concession, $9.20, 9.20. 9, 2, 7 in the treble, $84.30, 84.30. 4, 9, 2, 7 in the quaddie, $300.30, $300.30. Place 6, $46.60, 46.60. And the pick 6 tonight has been struck by 10.78 winning units, 10.78 winning units in pick 6, $3,710.50, $3,710.50. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we trust you've enjoyed another evening with the Auckland Trotting Club. Pack and save race night it was tonight. We do it all again next Friday night, the 6th of November. So till then, from the commentary box, Aaron White bidding you all a very good evening and have a safe weekend.